Alright, so this should be going. I see the files there, and yeah, as that says, gonna be doing one of my graphics quality analysis things in a Metro Exodus, which, well, yeah, because of how it's set up. Hopefully the image is loaded now. Just gonna Alt-Tab again. Yes, it is. Alright. Yeah, even though that image is snowy, now we're in the Caspian Sea, which is currently a desert. Anyway, let's quickly look at this. So, there's actually not that many options. There's also DirectX 12 here, but I had some issues, so I was going back and forth between the APIs. Both were working, it's just sometimes something didn't like one API, so I'd try the other until that one didn't work. Anyway, I'm not going to hold that against the game. I don't think it's worth doing that, because it will probably be patched away, or it could be something quirky to my system specifically. Anyway, it's still, we don't have a lot of settings here. So we got resolution, normal kind of stuff there, quality, which goes from low to low, medium, high, ultra, then extreme. I played at ultra. VSync, which I had off. I think at one point I did click on gamma, and it's your normal thing. Motion blur, which is low, normal, high. I don't like motion blur in general, so I would always go with an off myself. That's why it's low here. The API Hairworks, I played with that off. I mean, I guess I don't know if that one will need me to reload the game or not. Advanced Physics, I think, does, and that is the physics. That's the NVIDIA tech in there. I don't have an NVIDIA GPU installed in the system, so both will still work, but I didn't bother with turning them on. Because it's also, I was with the pre-release version of the game that I was playing on initially, although it is now out, so got the day one patch. I was having some stability issues. I will just say that it seemed to mostly be, and I'm actually surprised that it hasn't crashed or anything for me now since I have OBS open, because it did seem like the hooks for OBS were causing some of that. So hopefully that's something that's better now. Tessellation on and off, texture filtering, which is 4x and 16x, so it's, yeah. Shading rate, which I'm pretty sure would be akin to, in some games you see resolution scaler. This goes in-game from 0.4 up to 4x. So, and it goes in steps of 0.1. Oh, this one doesn't loop around like some of the others do. So, if you really want to... So, in theory then, like, 4x would be... Interesting that that's blocked out like that. Would 4x might then be like 4x super sampling? Peek into it, 3x super sampling, 2x. I'm not entirely sure though, because I don't know if this is just like increasing the number of samples on an ordered grid or not, as though you would just had a high resolution display. Anyway, yeah, I guess I yeah. Let's just, since basically everything is contained in quality, which is not something I really like. I will admit that I don't like that so much is just opaquely contained in quality. We'll just go through that. Hopefully, I mean, low should realistically be the minimum acceptable, right? Yes. Okay. I don't know if you will see screen tearing or not. I do. I'm doing things, so wow, this is
okay. Set up the perimeter.
Definitely soft.
Idiot, you get the engine.
Oh, this has a.
It's cooler than in the train.
I don't remember what scope it is. What power scope? Yeah, they still are kind of soft. I mean, there's some detail. I mean, you can make out some detail on the shoulder there. That's pretty nice. I'll be honest, this actually does look pretty nice, all things considered. I mean, yeah, this actually doesn't look that good right here. This, I don't think there's any ambient occlusion on this right now. Alright, let's, not that, this. And it has to do its thing. Hopefully nothing ends up crashing on me.
Overheating here.
Okay, yeah, that... Oh, there was some stutter there. I don't know how bad that is. Okay, but medium definitely looks better. So that has more length. Were the shadows gone? Hang on. I don't remember if the shadows were gone just now. Unfortunately, it doesn't just change in the background, make my life easy. No, the shadows were still present, but I definitely do think that we're talking about low to high, low to medium when the changes is ambient occlusion. Yeah, that's definitely the case there. This is... medium is actually looking pretty good to me. See, this is also one disadvantage to not having separate options for things. I don't know what things do.
I thought you were going the other way, Artyom.
Yeah. Shit. Which one are you anyway? Is that Duke? I think that might be Duke. Unfortunately, I can't, like, walk up and talk to him and find out. Ground looks alright. I mean, I do see textures intersecting here. Like, right here. I see that. You know, this is how that goes sometimes. You know... Thinking. That is my thinking noise. I don't know how much of an impact the texture filtering will have. Photo mode won't help me with some of this stuff. Maybe there's more clarity here, but this stuff is already pretty noisy. The textures here. So I'm not gonna know stuff so much. Okay, that is noticeable, the pop in there. I remember I was noticing some popping when I first launched the game with the pre-release. I want to keep having that that stipulation there, that when pre-release, things aren't necessarily going to work that well, or work correctly. I mean, for crying out loud, I've even seen... Okay, so even with this, you can still see some popping. I mean, still, you don't spend much time looking at the passenger car there. Now, I'm just going to skip straight up to extreme. Because I think for minimum, I can safely say that low is an acceptable minimum. Let's... I doubt I'm actually going to see any difference with extreme. I don't... I mean, you can see my resolution there. I don't think I have high enough resolution for that to matter. I'm actually kind of surprised. This seems to be running well. And I am running with... I've actually never... That's the first time I've killed one of the rabbits. And it is just dead. Okay. I was wondering if anything would happen. There are these things too. I don't really care about this save. This is... like midway through the... No. Early midway through the game. So it really doesn't matter. You know, that is actually one thing I just thought of to look at. Yeah, extreme, I'm not seeing it. But I mean, even low here still looks pretty good. Okay, this definitely TAA being used. If you watch over here, the lines on there, when I move and then I stop and the detail comes in, so that does make me think that we are looking at a temporal solution there. That would also explain why, when moving, there is a certain softness. I only just realized how bad the gun looks right now, actually. I mean, this is still serviceable. I think that low is still an acceptable minimum. Medium is definitely better, though. I'm not seeing... Okay, I do see that on these, the bars in the fence here, you can definitely see with that the impact of, that's kind of funny, the impact of the temporal stuff, but I don't see it on the ground anymore. There is that pop-in, but let's be real. Pop-in is not that bad. I mean, it's grand scheme of things, you would take pop-in while playing a game. I mean, it's, at least I would, because it's, you get used to that. Yeah. I really do wish, though, that this stuff were not so opaque. And I do want to look at shading rate. Oh, by the way, there would be two more options. Sorry, two more settings in here. If I were running with an RTX graphics card in here. At least I would think that they'd appear in here. For RTX, how do I want to describe RTX? It's the NVIDIA hardware acceleration, hardware/software system that's on top of Microsoft DXR, the DirectX ray tracing stuff. It's like, RTX is proprietary, DXR is not so proprietary. Technically still is, because it's Microsoft, so it's only for Windows, and only DirectX 12, but it's not like, it's not limited to just NVIDIA hardware, and even then just a specific subset of NVIDIA hardware. In theory, AMD could support it whenever they choose to. NVIDIA could support it on broader things as well. It just may run very poorly. Intel could support it as well. That would be absolutely horrible, though, I would think, on their little iGPUs, integrated GPUs. And also DLSS, which is its own thing. As I've thought about it, I'm not sure. Some people would call it a kind of anti-aliasing. NVIDIA seems like portraying it against TAA, which there's so many implementations of TAA. That's a horrible comparison in my mind. I mean, it's just, okay, which implementation of TA? Because this, like, right now, I'm not really seeing any blurring on the texture. What I think I'm on high. Let's actually come back here. I mean, there's some on those, but let's also be a little realistic. If you would just, how often are you moving, then you stop, and then you look at that? I mean, it's not so bad, and I don't notice that any of on the plants. I mean, yeah. Anyway, to me, I am now considering DLSS a completely separate kind of technology. It's not anti-aliasing, and I'm really not sure. It's an image enhancer. It is what it is in my mind, and I don't really know if we have something that's really related to an already existing setting that you can call it that. I think it's a I think you can still call it post-process solution, but it is for image enhancement. Anyway, so this is still on high. What does Ultra add? Again, the whole opaqueness is a problem for me, because I don't know what it adds. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, let me come back this way, because level of detail distance would make sense. Okay. And since we were seeing that with the train, figure let's keep using it. You know what? Here's how I actually want to do it. video. I'm gonna go at low, and then I'm gonna step it up to medium. Okay. Okay, I don't have a distance that this window or any detail there really pops in. So, there. So this window is basically empty right now. So that's what I'm going to use for the measurement. That's my candle. Alright, so that's now there. I'm unsure. Okay, no. That is definitely... So that's here. That doesn't seem like it moved all that far. Let's see, high. Wow, that also doesn't seem very far. Now, I'm only looking at one level of detail, to be fair. There's going to be multiple distances that go into that. So it's possible that this one is just like that, but it could be like some of the newer ones, with the much higher quality stuff, are also being pushed out, and I'm just not seeing that. Okay, so that's here. That's definitely improvement over low. But where was ultra? Like here, high was there. I mean, for this stuff, it doesn't seem to have been that huge. All right. So here, that was though for it like going empty. Okay, so something there. So right here, like the bars are still being drawn. There, they're not. Alright. I'm gonna try to use that. It's hard to tell though at this distance. Okay, so that's definitely gone. So there. You know what? Start again at low. It's the this is the only thing I can really look to. Level of distance, level of detail distances are the only thing I can really look to right now. For comparisons, because I don't know what else there is. Although it does look like this is not being rent, the shading rate is lowered for low. It honestly does look like that to me. Oh wow. So that actually could have something in it. It looked like it was this one that I need to watch. That's right there. So, for the better shadows, that's here. So I'm going to be watching that, the tire. Yeah, it looks like it's going to work out to be the same distances. But currently, I'm feeling like, you know, low is... Yeah, this is going to work out to be the same. Like, low is actually completely acceptable for a minimum, but medium is also, you know, fine. I mean, if you can run a medium, I think you should be happy. Game still looks very good. Now, that is, of course, just looking here. I don't really want to transition to another area, because you have to go through all... You can't just load up into an area, you have to go through all the stuff that's there for it. I actually never went in here. Does this get me anywhere good? I'm just thinking for exploration purposes. There's a well over here. I have not been here. All the time I spent in the game didn't do that. Let's see what that thing is that I got. Some kind of sight. A green laser. Alright. We can go on. What the hell, line? Green. I need to go over there for the mission, but I don't want to because it triggers a storm. It's gonna not look so good graphically. Alright, so we're at high. Now, honestly, when I was trying to turn on and off the advanced physics, however many days ago when I started this, I wasn't seeing a difference. Hairworks, I might. I can believe that I would see something for hairworks. I just don't know where it would be. I am also unsure where I would see it for tessellation, I'll be honest. But there was another game that I was working in not too long ago as well for another performance analysis thing, but that's a separate article. And maybe I will have to try to get performance data here as well. The one tessellation option that I had is like, yeah, there's no reason. There's no point to having that. It might not be so true here, though. Okay, so this is definitely... Like those largely flat. I mean, this is something that should be should be an expected case for where tessellation would be used. Actually, it looks like they're just using normal maps, which is fine. It's good technique, very good technique. Yeah, I'm honestly unsure what tessellation is doing, but this may be a bad place to look. Yeah, I'll try looking over at the rocks. Now, actually, one thing I could try doing might work. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's been tessellated at all. The train, though, actually should. I don't know what examples would be on there, but it should be one of the higher quality models in the game. So basically, if anyone's going to tessellate, I would think the Aurora here would be a good example. Be a good place for it. I have tessellation on right now, I think. I have no idea what would end up being applied to, though. Yeah, I'm not seeing any difference to speak of. So I need to mute something. There we go. Maybe the tire? Maybe I can't really tell. Okay, where's Anna? Is she still around here? No. It's like I can try turning on hair works, but I need somebody with hair that I can see. Her hair is short, but she does have it. Yellow.
You see that building with the antenna? The car went that way. Be
Thank you.
careful out there, though. We don't know what to expect from the locals.
I could tell you what to expect, but that would be cheating. Yeah, I honestly am not sure where the difference is with tessellation. Texture filtering, it seemed like that's reasonable for X, so I'm just trying to make notes here. Yeah, advanced physics, I'm pretty sure it does say takes restarting. The hell? Little bad things. Yeah, I don't know what... Don't really have monsters here that I could look at for it. mean, this could just be a bad example. There's another place I could look. The Taiga map, which is a place that we have seen in trailers, like where the RTX trailer is set, that at least NVIDIA put out, showing, hey, here's what you can expect with RTX on in Metro Exodus. That is in the Taiga location. Bottega? I don't know. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, I guess Anna's not here. It's also where the, so I was trying to think, it's also where the benchmark is set. Yeah, so I honestly don't know about Hairworks either. You know, just for the hell of it. Yeah, I can definitely see that blur there. It's not a bad blur, although I don't... For me, that is lagging. There's just a little bit of lag to it. Like, things being sharp. A lag there. Not like an actual in-game lag. That I'm not comfortable with. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you what the difference is between normal and high. Yeah, low does seem to actually just be off, which I am good with. That's what I prefer. Anyway. You know what? Here, there. Let's set that back off. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's weird. You hit escape to cancel, and it still takes the thing there. It's very odd. Alright, now let's... Yeah. That's not so good. I don't even like trying to navigate with this. But let's see how 0.9 looks. 0.9 actually doesn't look so bad. Okay, I can definitely see it here, but you could probably get away with 0.9 if you needed to. Let's try 1.5. Oh wow, that is definitely hitting performance. I can feel it is slower. And it is... Oh man. I don't have an FPS counter to let me know how it's going right now, but I kind of feel like this is in the realm of 30. And this is not a game you want to play at 30 FPS. Let me just say that. You know, actually, hang on. One thing I'm kind of curious about. Let me back off on that. Yes. Okay, there. I'm just gonna go straight up to 2. Okay, that did also... Oh wow, this is 1520s, I feel like. Wow. But it is definitely increasing. There we go. That's how far. I mean, this is better than extreme. So yeah. How does just 1.1 seem? I mean, I'm not gonna have an option. I'm not gonna care about this. This is, to me, something like this, a shading rate or resolution scale. That should be a... I'm at above 60 or whatever your target is, and I have the performance room. I want to eat into it. That's what that should be to me. Although true, with the negative, you can also take advantage of that. For me, though, at basically 1920 by 1080 plus, no. Not worth messing with that. But if you were at, say, 4K, and you wanted to bring it down, yeah, you could. Now, actually, now I'm just a little curious. Want to do an experiment? Of course you do. Okay, so 69 by 900. Let me actually quickly do this. There. Okay, so This would be about the same as 24.8 by 1152, which, I mean, that at least is behaving correctly, but that definitely looks softer to me. So even though the shading rate should work out the same, then this makes sense, because it's still having to scale the pixels up. So the same amount of information may go into the total number of pixels, but each pixel is different, so you don't want to do what I just did, basically. You want to be at native and then mess with this. Alright, yeah. I'm kind of already done. I mean, it's medium, high, and high, ultra, extreme. The only differences I was seeing was, distance, level of detail distance. Texture filtering. Yeah, in general, there's enough, and I say noise not in a bad way, just a lack of patterns, that I honestly don't know if you need 16x. I think that 4x is fine. You're not going to really see the issue that the anisotropic filtering addresses. I mean, it's like, okay, I can tell right here, right in there, that it is kind of blurry. It's kind of soft. That is at a hell of a distance, though. Does this look sharper to me? Yes, it does. Does it matter? No. 4x is definitely a minimum. 16x, yeah, it's a fair maximum. There is a difference. I could see it, so that's maximum. But if you're at 4x, there's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah. Sure why this... Oh, no. I do know why. Probably because of the video recording going. Alright, but yeah, I don't know what the differences that tessellation is making. Hairworks, I never played with it on, so I definitely don't know. It's possible that's something that in the Tiger level where there is... And also, maybe Volga. That there might be more things there that are impacted by it. I'd have to start another video for that, I feel. Because I don't want to spoil stuff. It's like, hey, you're in the Caspian. It's a desert. You know that. I don't care. That's not so big a spoiler. And advanced physics, again, it's I don't know, and I'd have to restart. And I don't... Can I just declare those eye candy things, which they are, and leave it at that? I kind of want to do that. Yeah. Ah, man, this part of me, I don't even want to try to get performance data in this. It's just it would just be such a pain because of, like, getting to the point. Oop. There we go. Getting to the point where I can just, like, freely roam around, having a good path. Because some places, how it plays is different enough that wouldn't be so easy. And because of how the save system looks, so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I will at least try to do some more stuff. I mean, I'll try to find some stuff. I just don't know how useful data will be. I guess that's the way I should put it. Anyway, so yeah, let me actually alt-tab. I'm gonna push onto that though. Alright, so put this stuff into the table. Minimum is low. Low because it looks acceptable, but go for medium if you can. Medium has AO enabled, while low does not appear to. And low seems to have a, seems to render at a lower resolution and scale. Oops. and scale up. So yeah, that's for quality. That's the note there. 4x for the minimum texture filtering. We have 16x for, excuse me, the maximum 4x is the minimum option, so it is the minimum acceptable. It's sort of like on off, although it is on in both cases. See some impact by 16x, but enough noise overall to not be necessary. Here, motion blur, I'm still gonna make a note. Low looks like it might be off, or is at least minimal. Tell you difference between medium and high, but, oh wait, normal and high. But I feel it should always be at player discretion. So I mean, do what you want. That's my feeling on that. Off for tessellation. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. There. Maybe I shouldn't have done it quite like that. I'm just going back to the main menu because I got an idea. Maybe it's not a good idea, but I'm gonna try it. There. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, come on, let me... Oh, I shouldn't do that, actually. Hopefully this won't be a problem. At most, the game will crash. I'm just having to try to load up an area, but I muted the game audio in the recording, so you won't know. I think I may have crashed the game because I alt-tabbed when I shouldn't have, basically. Okay. Nope. Well, have to wait for it to go through stuff, and unfortunately, I don't think it'll let it run in the background. Impact is advanced physics off, hairworks off, ray trace. I'm just gonna leave those blank. Well, no, those are both also fairly off. I'm gonna say 1x for the minimum on the shading rate. Alright, and I'm just going to quickly put in the notes for physics, hairworks, ray tracing, DLSS, which does actually all work out to be the NVIDIA GameWorks stuff, eye candy. Which, that's what those are. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just recognizing that that's what they are. Boy, now I just have to wait for this, and I don't feel like cutting the video up. Because I don't want to risk certain things, like breaking any of the encoding. This is actually early enough, and the game's already out. This video is going to come out after the game, so it's not like I need to hide stuff. I just think that would be best to do. Be most respectful. Alright, I'm almost out of this. Oh boy. No. There's a part of me that's tempted to, because I have player control right now, but it's very limited where I am, so I don't see a point messing with it. And I'm also not seeing anything that it'd be like, oh, Hairworks would be impacted there. I wish people talked faster, and I can't alt-tab. I'm stuck. I'm just stuck. I can do this at least. There. So now I'm not hearing them. I just unplugged my headphones. I don't know what I want to put down for the maximum acceptable quality. I don't know right now. There's level detail stuff there, so I can... For that, okay, I'll put down extreme for the maximum acceptable quality, because I can see that the level of detail distance does increase. And that's fine. That's enough. But it's still, these are opaque settings. I don't know what else is going on. So it's not so helpful for me there. Yeah. That's how that's gonna be. I really probably shouldn't even be doing this right now. I should wait. Can I leave now? Oh. I forgot where I need to pick something up. It's an important thing too, yeah. Yeah, down, boy. Can people please get out of my way? Alright. Alright. Let me do this. Alright. That's all fine. Alright. Can you leave? Can you please leave? Thank you. She might continue to try talking to me though. No. Yes. There. Alright. Hopefully this will work. And I won't be spoiling things. Alright, so back to that. Yeah. Unmute. Alright, so very different location now. And also it's earlier in the game, so there's less things on my weapons. Few attachments. Actually here is where we might see anisotropic filtering having an impact. I don't know why I hit controls there. maybe that's a little bit better, but I don't think you're really missing anything by going with 4x instead of 16x. Okay. Anna is down there, by the way, so in theory, you could see that, could look at her, but she has a hat on currently, so no real point to that. So Hairworks... Crap, I don't remember what I just did. I think Hairworks off, Tessellation on? No, Hairworks on, Tessellation off. Okay. But I'm very serious. I am not sure where I'd be seeing it except on certain enemies, and well, I want to.
Don't wander off. What would you do if some beast came and ate your wife?
For those of you that don't remember, Anna is Artyom's wife, and yeah, about as simple as that. That's his shadow down there. Oh, I can't. I'll mention this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to cause it, but these reflections are screen space reflections, and you can sometimes spot the error that will happen. Yeah, like right there.
I've had it, Artyom. I'll be waiting at the power line tower. Come back when you've wandered enough.
Okay.
Ready to be chewed out by my father.
I don't care. I'm not keeping this save. But you can see underneath it, and it's just there's nothing I can do about that. Maybe RTX would address that, but I don't have an RTX capable card at the moment, so just using my Vega 64. You want to come over here? Come here. Maybe you have something on you. That's hairy. Come on. Nah, it's not coming. Yeah, I'm... Oh. Alright. So we got a dead one right here. I could maybe see that tessellation would be present somewhere here? But I don't know. Okay, so that seems to have been an impact. Let me just turn that back off to make sure. Yeah, okay, so there is tessellation being applied on the shell right here. So you can see how there is the harder edges here. I turn it on. There, you can actually see in that they're now rounded here. At least more rounded, so. Not perfectly rounded, but it did have an impact. Which, hey, that being the implementation, that being how tessellation is used, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. In a way, that's actually good. Oh, here's another issue with screen space. Because the top of that hill is being culled, it doesn't get reflected. Same thing with the tower, so yeah. Nothing you can do about that. Yeah, I have no idea what that would benefit. I don't know if... by what would benefit the Hairworks, I mean. As far as tessellation, in theory, the water could also be tessellated, but... It's like plenty of other games have used tessellated water, but I don't know how big an impact that's really going to be. I'm not seeing it to the ice. I could. I mean, I have a feeling tessellation is going to work out to just be the finer detail kind of stuff. which in a way is good, because that means having it off isn't an issue. You don't lose much from that. So that would make me happy. Hey Anna, have you been eating yet? We can also go back and look at this stuff again. Oh yeah, that's right. Low seems to have that decrease to the resolution, which actually I wonder. If I turn this up, that still looks low. I still see some here. It's possible, though, that it's not a normal decrease, though. That there's some more stuff going on than that. I do know that the preset for the benchmark for low has it at 50% shading rate. Oh, 1.5 doesn't look too bad. I'm just experimenting with stuff, I'll be honest. Let's try this. That actually is looking pretty good. I am noticing a lack of smoothness to the motion, so not what I would want to do. But yeah, I mean, seriously, medium looks fine. I don't think that coming here has really enlightened me at all. Okay, so Hairworks and Advanced Physics are gonna just be, for me, eye candy. That's how I'd label them. And I did try with Advanced Physics on and Advanced Physics off, and it can always come down to, are you looking somewhere when testing these that actually have the difference? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just don't see it because you're not looking in the right spots. I mean, that was the case with the tessellation. I finally found an example of it. But, I mean, it's... Personally, just in general, I would say that these are both eye candy things, so turn them on if you want the eye candy and can support it. If it hurts performance too much, don't touch them, but, you know, otherwise, don't bother with them. Tessellation, it looks like, is kind of similar, where, does it add? Yeah, I finally spotted something. Is it meaningful? No, not really. Texture filtering 4x, I think, is going to do you fine. Go to 16x, going to 16x is fine. I've yet to see a time that anisotropic filtering hurts performance in any appreciable matter. Motion blur, in general, is always your choice. Shading rate, I don't know why you'd want to mess with that and go below. Unless you're at... I mean, I could understand if it's like, hey, I got a 4K monitor, an ultra-wide monitor, something like that. Something big. And it's like, okay, to make this easier, I'm going to do that because maybe at that high a resolution, high a DPI, the softness isn't so big an issue. That's entirely possible. I don't know. I don't have that monitor. I don't have the experience. But 1920 by 1080 in that realm, I would not go below 1. If you want to go up higher, that's fine. That's up to you. Motion blur, personal choice. I think medium is a very, very healthy target to have. Low is doable, but medium is fine. Can I really tell you what the difference is besides level of detail between medium and the others? No, I can't. I could not tell you how low... So I have medium and high differ right here. Really can't. Okay, maybe a little bit. I may have just spotted something. Let me... Nope, not it. I was thinking maybe there's... Well, maybe a little bit. There might be a better... anti-aliasing implementation, but I'm not really spotting that much. But yeah, it looks like all I can say that I have spotted with differences are the oh hey, there's multiple things crawling around there. Let's kill one. And look at its body. Because these things have fur. Come here, come here. Come on up. Yes. See? Fur. Okay. Hang on. Wait. Don't attack me just yet, fellas. Hey! I'll be honest. I don't think that's really worth it. And wow, is it hurting performance. Holy crap. What am I on? I am on Ultra. I will not go below medium. Right? I personally would choose to not... Yeah. Oh, wow. This is... Oh, my God. I kind of... There we go. Okay. So, we finally... If I don't have to move, it seems to be fine, but, so finally have an example of hairworks. Yay! I'll be honest. Why? I don't see a problem with this. I mean, it's not like this looks bad. And I personally, to me, I mean, does this really look that much better? I mean, it just says hair in places, but it's not even... I mean, it's just kind of sticking out, whereas it's also a little thick, in my opinion. Like the strands are thick. Whereas you go to this, it's like, hey, it's there, but also no, it's like it's textured, it's colored so that it's actually like darker there, so it's like casting a shadow. Not happening with hairworks. I'm sorry, it actually, to me, this kind of looks better. I get how this is, you know, being simulated in front of me, and that's cool and all, but I honestly feel like without hairworks, it looks a little bit more real. I mean, this is because it's also so sparse. So, I would... Okay. Oop. Didn't mean to hit that. And I don't want to restart the game. I really don't want to. Well, nah, I can. What the hell, why not? Hang on. I will even hide the main menu from you. What if that may be revealed? I don't really care if you catch the audio though. There. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna quickly make a note here. Actually, no, I do want to turn off the audio for that stuff. Just when it comes up, it plays some stuff, and I don't really care. So technically, maximum acceptable for hairworks is on because it does make a difference. Honestly. Okay. So just wanted to make the note that basically, yeah, there's a difference. I think it looks worse. And well, I shouldn't say worse. That isn't the right word. It looks less realistic to me. And also the performance hit is real for the Vega 64, which is not surprising. if I had in something like the 1080 or the 1070, it would undoubtedly perform better. Okay. There now. This is come on. Okay. All right. Unmute it. Pop back to that. Let's alt tab once more. Nope, didn't catch it yet. Okay. Alright, good. It's catching it now. Alright. That's what advanced physics would do. It's eye candy. Do I have a grenade? I don't. I'd say that's on you. That's your call. It isn't giving me the performance hit you might think. I'm gonna try shooting into the water. You know what? This is another little guy. Let's. That has hair. So, you know, this actually. Okay, you know what? I actually don't know. Is that hair works actually being applied to this thing? Nah, looks very much the same. The hell? Oh, all right. Need to make that note. High is where screen space reflections are enabled. I did not catch that earlier, and I wouldn't have caught it in the place. No, it's not that I really ever shot into the water, but I'm pretty sure that because your movement in it produces ripples. Our team can never swim. See. So I would think gunshots would as well normally. Alright, so I just had an idea. I won't do it to that guy though. One more thing to check with the advanced physics. I mean, at least, yeah, the performance seems fine, which isn't too surprising because it might be running. Okay, so it does also do that, and that is kind of neat, actually. There we see the stuff coming out. I don't think it was doing that before, but that's neat. That's not necessary. So, all right. Oh, yeah. So you can see there. And that's as far as you can go. I don't know if NVIDIA Ansel would let you go further, but that obviously requires an NVIDIA GPU. Yeah, I haven't... The only time I really worked with Ansel was with The Witcher 3. And that was in 2016, I think. Wasn't it? Unfortunately, I don't have a good way of taking a screenshot, so it doesn't matter too much. Sorry. I got distracted. Alright, so advanced physics on creates debris when you shoot the ground and gives when you shoot enemies, and it's not like you ever are shooting non-fleshy enemies, so it's a visual impact. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say, I don't know if the physics work was being done by the GPU or not. It's possible it's being done by my CPU, and seeing as how my desktop has a 1950X, so 16 cores, 32 threads, the CPU is probably going to be able to handle that without any issues. I don't know if that would be the case with you. Tessellation on. Found the difference, but minor, so not so necessary. Motion blur. I'm just gonna more or less leave that blank. I honestly don't. There's a part of me that either wants to leave it empty, the maximum for the quality, because I don't know what is going on. So there's part of me that wants to do that. And just say hi. I'm just like, I will say in the write-up though what the stuff is. Although this much of the write-up will probably just be in the review. All right. I don't know when I'll collect performance data. I feel like waiting would be a good idea because I've been running into some issues of stability and such. So, although true, some of those issues were present when. Oh wait, hang on. Mute that. I'm just gonna close the game in the background. Some of those issues I ran into were present when running with OBS open. So I wasn't running into any. I was also doing DirectX 11, not DirectX 12. Maybe that would make a difference, but it is actually doing a lot better than it had been. But it also seemed to be only in certain places sometimes, but yeah. Anyway. That's this. I know it's not much, and I'm sorry, but it's all I got. That's all I got for this. Hey, at least it's only an hour long. Some of the others are like an hour and a half or more. See you next time.